Hey everybody, welcome back to Misfit Corner Comics Presents. This is the artist Andrew speaking, and today it's just a quick one. I had a pretty crappy day at work today. Well, actually, I'm kind of torn. Mike and I leave for the New York Comic Con tomorrow morning. We'll be heading up to New York, spend some time with some good friends, and visit with some good friends, and just have a ball at the convention. That's what we do every year, and I'm looking forward to it. But my preparation at work today, at my normal regular day job, was a little less than what my nerves needed. Um, Not to make a long story short, but I had told everybody that I needed to leave about 4 o'clock and to get run some errands and take Mike to work and other stuff. But there was a potential very important meeting happening at 2. And I told my boss, I said, hey, if you need me, I'll be there. And guess when they called and said, hey, we need you at 3:45. which is okay. I had actually told my boss ahead of time that I had prepared just in case that happened. I went ahead and got in touch with my daughter and made sure that she could get Mike to work, and everything went just fine. There was no problems, but it's like you just know. You know the old saying, like when you're waiting for somebody to call you, that if you lay down and take a nap, that's when they'll call. Well, I needed to leave at 4, so that's exactly when they were going to call and ask me to come join the meeting. So it's one of those typical things about life. Everything happens. But that's okay. That's okay. And I did have a meeting in which I got to share one of my projects that I was working on with one of our financial guys, and I walked him through the report that I created and all the data and everything and how I used it and where it came from and so forth. And he actually said that he was very impressed. He thought it was an exceptional data report, and I was very proud of that fact. But it's nice when you spend hours creating something and working on something, and somebody who you've never met looks at it and tells you, this is fantastic work. And I'm like, yeah, it's right. It's my work. No. That's not why it was fantastic, but, that made me feel good. But I had a headache for the rest of the day, and I got home, and it just had a list of stuff that had to be done. I still haven't packed my bag. We leave tomorrow morning, and my bag's not even packed, so. But that's okay. It'll all be done. Sleep be damned. Who needs sleep before a trip, I actually have a very hard time actually resting before a convention. So if I do get a chance to lay down, I am probably not going to sleep well anyway. So it's one of those things. It's just what happens before a show. But it happens. I did have a little personal drama. I don't know if I really want to go into it, but I might as well. I brought it up. I had a longtime friend, who I've known through the comic world, who posted some stuff on Facebook that it was just completely wrong, and it has to do with Comicsgate, of course. And I had always been quiet. I had always, not said anything, kept to myself, and the person just made statements that I just couldn't defend. And maybe it was because I was hungry, maybe it was because I was tired and I had a headache, but I just said, I commented to him, I said, I'm really sorry, I love you, man, but I'm out. And I unfriended the person. And granted, I probably should have just shut up. I probably just should have said anything, maybe unfollowed them. He wouldn't have ever noticed that. But at the time, I was tired and I was ready to go. And I actually got a notification that he had commented after that, and it was a personal message to me, but it was in the open formness of Facebook. And he said, I'm sorry to hear that. I wish we could have talked about it, but I know this person, and I don't think anything I would have said to them was going to change their mind. I wasn't going to hold that against them, but they tend to be very narrow-minded when it comes to this type of stuff, and that's okay. That's okay, because I know a lot of people who are, but another friend of theirs who does not know me and does not know anything about us, came in and pretty much told him to go F me, F off. And I'm like, dude, you don't even know me. Well, my friend, responded saying something along the lines of, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that, and I don't even know anybody who supports Trump. And I'm thinking to myself, what does being with Comicsgate have to do with supporting Trump? What? There was nothing political about anything I had said. There was nothing political about anything he was even talking about that I commented on. It had to do with the stupid-ass Mark Wade crap, and had nothing to do with politics. They're the ones that throw politics into this. And part of me said, you know what, maybe I'm better off. Maybe I just give it time to cool down, maybe. I've actually only on Facebook, I've only unfriended one person. And the person said something that was rather offensive to me, and he wasn't directing it at me, of course. And I said, nope, that's it, I'm done. And I unfriended him, and then he texted me like a day or two later, says, hey, I noticed we're not friends anymore. Was that just a mistake or something happened? And I didn't respond to him directly. I just refriended him. And then he went and said something else that was just like super, super offensive to me personally. But I mean, he wasn't trying to offend me, but he said something about fathers with daughters, and I don't want to go into the whole story, but I was like, nope, that's it, I'm done, I'm out, and I just went back to unfriending him, and I haven't looked back. And I don't know, there's a chance that me and this person, we could see eye to eye at some future point, but I don't think it's going to happen. There's a lot of people out there that have made decision on what Comicsgate is without knowing really anything about it. They've made decisions based on what people say on Bleeding Cool and on Twitter, and they don't take the time to find out what this group of people is about. And that's kind of sad, because they don't realize that some of their friends who they've known for years are legitimately part of this group, because they believe in some of the basic principles that Comicsgate's about. I am a firm believer when it comes to Comicsgate in good comics for everybody. That's everybody can agree with that. I don't like the idea of people forcing their political agendas and their social beliefs on people. That's something that a lot of social justice warriors like to do. They like to force it on you and embed it in their comics. And let me ask you a question. Have you ever been reading a comic and you're enjoying it? Everything's going good. Everything's going great. And then some character says something that's so out of the blue that it completely takes you out of it. Like a black character will say something about slavery, or a Mexican character will say something about the border wall, and it's like it just pulls you right out of the story, because that's the writer and the artist trying to make a statement. They're trying to tell you something without, sometimes they come right out and tell you. Sometimes it's they're trying to be a little sneaky with it, but it just totally throws you out of the story. And that's one of the things that Comicsgate is against, is forcing that stuff on people through the story and through the medium. If you want to draw a comic and you want it to be about nothing but racial tension and transphobics and all this stuff, go for it, do it, whatever. But if I tell you I'm not into that, I don't like it, it's not because I'm a Nazi. Because that's their first reaction. Oh, you're a hater, you're a Nazi, because you don't like this. And it's like, no, I don't like it because it's not my thing, I was talking to Avery this weekend, and we were talking, and he had mentioned some comic that had a really cartoony style, and he's like, I really don't like that. And I said, dude, that's the stuff I love. I love that. Because, everybody likes what they like. I mean, you really can't tell somebody, hey, this is what you get to like, and this you can't like, You don't get to tell somebody, you shouldn't buy this comic because you don't like it, You leave it up to them, but, oh well. All right, well, like I said, just a quick sketch for this evening, little rant and raving, but I am hoping to be able to put up videos this week, but I will be in New York starting tomorrow morning. I do not know if I will be able to post videos while I'm there. I'm going to record videos, which means when I get back, I'll be posting a whole bunch of them. Hopefully do some interviews, maybe watch some artists do some drawing, maybe checking out the show, maybe doing some interviews. You never know, but it'll probably be, stuff I start posting next week if I'm unable to do it while I'm at the show. So, all right, everybody. Appreciate you checking out the video. I hope you like me doing a little quick sketch. Of course, this is Hero, for anybody out there who doesn't know. I love this guy. I draw him all the time. He's a fantastic character. But, all right, appreciate you checking out the video. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up, thumbs down. You know the drill. And catch you all next time. And if you like what you see here, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, and join us again. Our goal is to provide YouTube with daily content, comics, toys, movies, art, and much more. Let us know what you think. Leave us a comment. We want to hear from you. If you'd like to learn more about our original kid-friendly action-adventure series Hero, check it out at misfitcorner.com. Thanks again for tuning in.